The answer to that is depends. The caveat there is that that cover crop is allowed to produce enough biomass. So if a cover crop is allowed to produce enough biomass, that's when we see tremendous advantage of cover crops help us with management of herbicide-resistant weeds. So through our work here, we have learned that it takes about 4,000 pounds of dry cover crop biomass in order to provide greater than 50% reduction of some of our troublesome weeds that we have across our corn and soybean producing regions. So cover crops can help us with weed management, assuming we're managing those cover crops in a way that we allow them to produce enough dry biomass. And then how do they help us with weed management? So when you have that barrier on the top of the soil surface that's altering the microenvironment on the top of that soil surface, in other words, is reducing light reaching the soil, but it's also reducing temperature fluctuation, okay? And those are some of the triggers that our weed seeds need to germinate. So by having a mulch of cover crop on the top of soil surface, you are lowering seed germination and seedling establishment, which is really good. Okay, and then once you have even if you have established seedlings, those seedlings need to grow through that mulch. Okay, and that's a very difficult environment for those weed seedlings to go through. So you end up with weaker seedlings. Therefore, you're gonna have fewer weeds and smaller weeds that must be controlled with our herbicides. And when you have fewer weeds and smaller weeds, that's one way to lower the selection pressure for additional herbicide resistance.